This is Metal Mike with a special report about Vince Neil and the status of the stadium tour. Now I've got my wife with me, Lori C. How you doing, Lori C?
What up, Metal Mike?
So Vince just did his first show since COVID started. I think you were the one who actually sent it over to me.
I sent it to you.
When it hit. So you saw the clip. Mm-hmm. What'd you think?
If I'm being brutally honest, it was horrible. Horrible, which is an understatement. And I think that he should have I get he can't sing right now, but I think he should have put a little more effort into it. Even if he would have talked the words and then let his backup singers sing. Don't just walk off the stage.
Right. I mean, that's a tough situation because you really can't win, because what happens is if you continue the song and you can't do it at all, that gets videoed and that gets put out there. So was kind of in a no-win situation at that point.
But he had to know that this was going to happen, you would think. I mean, don't they practice? Don't they rehearse these things? And...
Right. I mean, I know sometimes somebody can say, oh, he just was sick or he had an off night. But based on past shows, that excuse really isn't going to work. So let me read a couple things that have been put out in the media, since this tour was announced. So, crew manager Alan Novak confirmed that they started working out for getting in shape since the announcement of the tour, including Vince Neil. Now, this comes right from Vince Neil. There's a lot of sacrifice. You have to do everything that you have to do, because from running around in clubs to running around theaters to running around arenas and stadiums, it's a whole big difference. You've got to be ready for it. So let's talk about the physical piece. We talked a little bit about the voice, but physically, I don't really see a difference in his
there's
size.
No difference at all.
He doesn't appear to be in any different kind of shape. Now, I'm not bagging on his weight, and I never have. I don't really care what size he is, but I want
It's what's on the inside,
That's
Mike.
right.
It's what's on
That's
the inside.
right. But as long as the singing's good, the singing's got to be good, okay? But now here's the flip side. Motley is a visual band who basically cashes in on a sound and look that has to be reminiscent of the 80s, right?
Right.
We've all packed on some pounds, right? I'm not the same weight that I was back in the 80s.
Oh, I am.
I know you are. But I also think that this comes into play with the breathing and the skipping words that's kind of been going on for, quite a few years,
That's what attracted me to Motley Crue back in the day. The visual, my whole entire room, every wall in it was Motley Crue. I had things hanging from the ceiling that were Motley Crue. It was the visual.
Yes. I've heard
Big Nikki Sixx fan.
I've heard this story before. So here's my question. Does he really give a shit? And is he really putting in the work? Because from what I seen, it doesn't. It doesn't appear that. It doesn't appear that is the case. And you want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, but the proof's in the pudding,
is he
right?
still a heavy drinker too?
I would assume so. I don't know. So here's the big questions. Supposedly, there was a chance that this tour was going to happen this summer. So my question is, he wasn't ready to go on no summer stadium tour.
Not even close.
What point did they know that it wasn't happening? Did they know last year that it was 2 years out, but didn't say anything? Like, what did they know and when?
Yeah. That's why somebody on Twitter today said they better call Sammy Hagar and see what he's up to.
Sammy Hagar. Get the hell out of here. I want no Van Crew.
Van Crew.
No, it can't be Van Crew. It's got to be Motley Hagar. All right, so let me ask you this question. Did he get in shape, but then he just fell back out of shape?
No, I don't think he ever got in shape.
Okay, all right. So then was this all a scam, and he was never really going to get in shape physically or vocally?
I think he was going to try. I mean, I'm sure it's much harder for him than what he initially thought it would be. It's very hard. I mean, if he is still drinking, he'd have to cut that out.
Right.
That's going to pack on a lot of pounds.
That ain't
happening. That ain't happening. And I'm sure his eating habits are poor. So he'd have
Mine
to...
are good.
Yeah.
I had a donut and pizza today.
Hey, I'm a Siciliano. I cook for you all this Italian food, so I can't blame you for packing on the pounds. So anyway, to have to go from whatever pizza, wings, and all that to celery sticks and carrots, I just don't think he has it in him.
But here's a theory that I'm starting to develop, okay? Now we've got a little preview of what could happen on this thing, right? This could probably scare future people from buying tickets if they haven't bought their tickets already. Okay, so was there an initial plan? If he wasn't going to put the work in, get him out there in like a big coat or something where you really can't see what's going on, and then just pipe in vocals, like vocal tracks. I mean,
like,
like, oops. So there's
I didn't say that.
there's there's
I mean,
rumors.
Trump says it, but I don't
there's rumors that others do this.
Right.
Was that what they were going to pull with him?
Well, hey, if it's gonna make them money, hey, why not?
So there's been rumors.
Money talks, bullshit
Right,
walks,
right. So there's rumors of slow ticket sales. Okay, I think at this point the hype of the announcement is long past. The hype of the dirt is also long past.
That's
So, whatever. I mean, nobody anticipated the whole COVID thing. But here's my main question. Has Vince just put the final nail in the coffin for this tour?
maybe not, because maybe by being mocked all over social media, he's gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna tell these people, go to hell. I'm gonna go on my diet. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get back in shape and get out there on that stage and tell them all to shove it straight up their asses.
Right.
And hey,
I
maybe this
say-
is what he needs.
Maybe.
Maybe being mocked by everybody is what he needs.
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, the whole thing was riding on him. The whole tour.
Yeah.
Because Bret Michaels has been out there performing at a good level.
Right.
All the other guys have been out there at a good level. He's the only one that's been out there at a not so hot level. And I think by going out like this, my question is, why didn't they put a gag order on him? Why didn't they just say, look, dude, you can't perform at all until we do this?
That would have been the smart thing to do, right?
Well, see, maybe I should be managing the crew.
Maybe you should.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm saying that this tour is not happening. Ever.
No, I said that before. I don't think this tour is ever going to happen.
So that's the take from Lori C.
Unless
and Metal
it's,
Mike.
what is it called? Motley Hagar, or what did we call it?
I think it was Motley Hagar.
Motley
I kind of
Hagar.
like that ring to it. I just not a, I just can't picture that voice. But here's, once again, this will never
How
happen.
about Karabi? Bring him on in.
Yeah, no, you know what? See, the Krabby thing doesn't work. And I'll tell you what could possibly work, but they would never do it. You get like a younger dude who looks good.
Who looks like Vince 87.
Who has the voice. I mean, let's face it, it's worked for Journey and all other bands that have done this. So, I mean, if Crew wants to continue.
But if you're a true Crew fan, it's not going to work. But these Joe Schmoes who are just buying tickets because they want to be at an 80s concert, yeah, then that would work for them.
The thing is, at what point, though, do you just want to hear the music and enjoy it and it sound good to you while you're there instead of looking at it and it's a critique thing where you're like, this guy sounds like shit. This guy looks like shit. This, you know what I mean? Like, what point, what's the trade-off here?
They probably thought they were more like a comedy show or something watching
Right.
what they just watched more than a concert.
At the end of the day, with all of this crap, has Motley Crue just got bad karma for going
For
back
what
on
they-
the... No, not that. Like, not that. For going back on... They did a final tour, and they signed contracts and everything.
Yeah,
and
it
then
wasn't
they-
in like blood or something. Or...
You're thinking of the Kiss comment. So with all the disease out there and everything, they don't do the blood thing anymore. I just wonder. I mean, they signed the contract, they cashed in. So do you think that they're getting bad karma for like kind of because let's face it, I mean, other bands have done it, but when you do a farewell tour, it's like a cash in, and people are really believing like this is it. This is your last time I'm ever going to see them, and they paid big money.
Hasn't Kiss done it? Hasn't everyone done that?
Everybody's done it.
They've all done
But
it.
I've never seen anybody get such bad karma instead of over
yeah.
what these guys
but
got.
they have
from the
all
whole thing.
done it.
Right, they've all done it. So I don't know. Who knows? Chime in on your thoughts on it in the comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say. But my money's going for this tour will never happen.
No, my money went on that months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was your third eye chiming
Yeah,
and
you
ringing?
know I got a third eye. Don't deny that.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this special report. Let's do it together. Rock on!
I didn't know what I was supposed
Just
to
do rock on. Okay, let's do it together. Rock on!
rock on.
Rock